wonder how this sounds with the mowing.
He's on the sidewalk. What the fuck is he even doing? Wasting gas. It's a finite resource. What is he doing?
What's the point of that?
There was no point to that.
Kind of like this book.
Happy Memorial Day. Welcome back to another Fangirl and Cinnamon Roll video. I'm Miranda the Fangirl.
Chelsea, and I'm the Cinnamon Roll.
And we are delving into the 4th chapter in our ongoing series, Love and Glory.
This is because Memorial Day here in America is for the Civil War times.
Yep.
Look at that wind, man. And this book, of course, takes place during the Civil War time. Not focusing on the war itself, though.
No. Not really focusing on the love or the glory either. I mean, you know, it's all over the place.
We're coming live also from my front porch. There's gonna be a lot of outside noises today and lights probably going in and out.
Nothing better for a Civil War story than sipping some tea or some lemonade on the porch. And spoilers, we haven't actually read this chapter all the way through. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We haven't read any of it. We're going to be reading it with you.
Yes.
By the way, before we get started with this, it kind of just seems like we tear this to shreds, and we don't want people to think that we like hate love, right? We're not that bad.
No, we don't hate, I mean, like a good novel.
Yeah, we just don't like this novel.
Because it's shitty. And
the cliches in it.
And the love. I mean, you know,
okay,
you're right.
Yeah,
You got us.
yeah.
We really
we don't. We tap. You've got us. We're
we
shitty,
hate
cynical
it.
people.
We hate it.
So let's jump right in then.
Yes. So, where do we leave off?
Terry Armstrong came to South Carolina to stay with the Commodore, Susanna's dad. They went to a shed and they literally had sex twice. Love shack, baby, love shack. And then Terry's like, I don't love you. And in her head, she's like, I already love him. And now he's gonna be like, I'm gonna ask you to marry me. And that's where we left it off. What was funny about it though is that the 2 chapters were filled primarily with just kind of like extra stuff. And then the sex scenes, which is supposed to be an erotica novel, were literally compiled of like 2 paragraphs.
Not even. We came here for Wham Bam Thank You Terry, and all we're getting is Little House on the Prairie. It's stupid.
You're so attractive.
Thanks. How bad does it sound to start?
No, it's just
What?
stupid.
So, you want to kick us off?
Chapter 4. I can smell the book. When are you going to ask me that? Susanna wanted to know. She's so dumb.
He just did.
Also, why would you propose marriage if not for ... love? She hesitated. Well, no shit, that's what the dots are for. Terry had been watching her sleep. She was beautiful everywhere in every position. From every angle, a beautiful woman with a copper mane, again a horse, and
a
golden
horse.
skin. So again, just shallow love.
She's a horse.
Her face was heart-shaped.
Okay.
So was her mouth.
Heart-shaped.
When her green cat's eyes...
I gotta... Hang on. Hashtag not spawn. I just really needed this today. Sorry.
What an uncultured lady.
You want to be the pot or the kettle?
The kettle.
Because tea.
Her cat eyes opened widely. Suddenly, they took his breath away. They probably scared the shit out of him. And he didn't answer until her avid expression and the urgent edge in her voice strongly suggested that he had put his foot in his mouth and then he better explain himself fast.
Well, yeah.
He said it. And he was just like, she'll get what it means. And then she suddenly is like yelling at him and he's like,
Oh shit.
I better explain. Here,
What did I do?
hold my pipe.
Right.
I had another reason altogether for searching you out before I even knew your name.
Our country is at war. I'm on assignment. I've been sent here for a specific purpose, to seek help of a sort only you can give me. She immediately takes it the wrong way.
We're getting very glorious up in here.
Right. You were sent here to do what you and I just did? Because you need my help?
Yes, Susanna, he was sent there to mate with you.
Yeah, mate with her? Because she's a horse? I thought you were assigned to Charleston to work with my father building a Confederate Navy. I thought... Didn't you just say something about marriage, Lieutenant?
Whoa, back up. Too much backstory. Go back to the marriage.
Seriously. Well, she said, so flushed and pretty, about to flare in anger. She again aroused Terry's hot desire. He could never resist proud, passionate Southern women like his wife and his mother. His daughters were on their way to being the same. He has daughters?
He has daughters?
He has daughters. Wait. Hang on.
What?
He did not mention having had children before
We just knew he had a wife.
I know, we just found out about the wife last chapter, and now we find out he has 2 kids. I've misspoken, and I beg your indulgence, he said, with a touch of Texas in his speech. He's from Texas?
With a touch.
Came naturally to him when he was being most sincere, and he knew ladies really liked it. Springing to his feet, he crossed the loft room of the cottage in 3 strides.
3 steps. Is he like Sasquatch?
Seriously, how tall is this guy?
Peanuts, because we get extra salty today.
And then he says that he needs a lady around, and she automatically just like melts. Like, oh, I'm sorry I was mad at you justifiably for no reason.
What happened between us was he took her in his arms and kissed her hard on the mouth, just between us. It wasn't planned, it couldn't have been, and it couldn't have been stopped. It was
stopped.
because he like already said he wanted Susanna and she was going to agree.
And he wanted the mystery girl from the field because he didn't know they were the same person. So that was
Yeah.
planned before he knew about either of them. And he could have stopped himself at any time.
But
then
she pulled out his sword. Nothing can ever take it away. Susanna responded, she as needy of him again as he of her.
No. She don't need him.
When she reached up to caress his face and undo his collar.
I thought he was naked. When did he get dressed again?
Undo his collar. Yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, he was sitting in like a rocking chair naked.
There's so many continuity errors in this. We're only in chapter 4.
Her makeshift wraps fell away, all her beauty again filling his practiced hands.
He's dressed again and she's buck-ass nude.
Yeah.
Okay.
With great effort, he clasped both her hands in his and held his strongest impulses in check. I want to have sex, but like,
This book sucks.
Now was the time for commerce of another sort. He went and
Wow.
fetched her hoops and petticoats and gown.
She was in a full hoop skirt. How did they get her out of that skirt so fast?
He has practiced hands.
But I mean, you know, back in the day, those dresses were not easy to get into or out of.
But how many women has he probably gotten out of them? Yeah, he's practiced.
Cheers. Let's continue.
He wanted her fully attired and less of an enticement to him.
Sorry, but if you don't get dressed, we're boning again right now.
Sorry. You gotta get dressed because I'm getting hard.
I can't keep it in my Yeah, I know, again. He sounds like a horny teenager. He's a grown-ass man.
With daughters.
A man like Terry, who had daughters and an eye for the ladies, noticed all the details. Okay, can I raise a point? This man is a father to 2 young ladies, and he treats women like shit. When Susanna was perfectly reassembled, her hair middle part...
Reassembled like she fell apart.
Like she's a robot.
Just Frankensteined her back together.
He took her arm and led her out of the garden, just to be on the safe side and avoid temptation.
Oh my gosh, keep it in your pants, Derry. It's not that hard.
Some of the guests were playing croquet by moonlight. Whoa, okay, hang on. So
They're playing croquet at night.
It was the daylight when this all started.
Yeah, they were at like
been
a nice
hours.
garden party.
They've been missing for hours. No one has come looking for them. No one said a word. The party's still going on.
They didn't do to be out of uniform altogether in such patriotic times. Patriotic times was mentioned. I must doll myself up. Susanna, Terry began, I have to tell you something about myself because you'll hear it soon enough from others. Your father has already hinted at the well-deserved reputation I enjoy as a ladies' man.
Why does she love him? There's nothing there to love.
I don't even get why she's already in love.
I don't know.
What happened between us has nothing at all to do with my usual philandering. I must tell you, Lieutenant, I have a reputation of my own, one I neither enjoy nor deserve as a heartbreaker. Didn't they, like, just discuss this at the shed?
Yeah, I thought they went over this already.
He did say he's been with people since his wife, and she said she's broken hearts.
Well, keep going.
We remember, why can't you? Whatever.
It's only been like an hour.
Drawing her arm through his to sustain the tenderness they shared.
Tenderness? What tenderness?
I know a lot more about you than that.
What does he know? Here's what I was told about you, Susanna Butler.
Let me break it down for you, okay?
You were the only daughter of an upcountry South Carolina gentleman and patriot. Is related to General Pierce Butler of the Mexican War fame, who later was governor of the state. Fuck,
That's not knowing a lot about her, that's knowing a lot about
her family. And who cares? You and your brother will inherit it all someday. Oh, so he knows she has money. I thank you, sir, for the compliment and for your interest in our family. For all your hints of informants and schemes in official business, I can't help but wonder if you're not some kind of gigolo or fortune hunter, perchance.
It says gigolo?
It says gigolo! Lieutenant, everything you just recited is general knowledge.
Yes, Suzanne's on the same page as us.
Thank you.
One of my sources of information was States Rights Gist.
So his name really is Gist?
His name is legit. It's G-I-S-T. Names in this book.
I know. It's worse than Twilight, dude.
Was the younger Gist smitten with you like every other loose male in Carolina? Whoa, 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 Terry. Fucking stop right there.
Pot calls the kettle loose.
Yeah. Was he one of the ardent, nervous, sweaty-faced boys who came wooing you, Susanna?
You mean
the
like
way he
you?
talked. She didn't answer. Good for you, girl. Your unmarried condition has long caused talk. Susanna Butler is too proud, or too beautiful, or too spoiled, or all three.
He just doesn't want to get married.
When Terry said that, careful as he was to use the most neutral tone, doesn't matter, yeah, like how neutral you use your voice, that's insulting.
It's still rude. What is he doing?
Whatever. Drew their stroll to a halt and turned on him angrily.
As she should.
My condition?
Like her being not married is a disease.
My condition? You make it sound like some ailment. The dropsy or the vapors. She snapped. Oh, Susanna S., get yours, girl, get yours. As she went on to vent her long, smoldering anger, her eyes took fire. Burning cat eyes.
Oh, I know what the gossips say of me behind my back. They say I need a man, that I'm too outspoken and headstrong because I haven't a husband to keep me in check. But now, Lieutenant, I've got a man. I've got you. I should agree to marry you. All their whispering will cease, will it not? Wait. I thought she was angry with him. Wait. I'm so confused. Girl.
Oh my God.
Girl, no.
This book, it's like it gives and then it just takes just as fast.
She was on a roll. She was angry at him for all the right reasons, and then she's turning around. She's like, well, I've got a man now.
And she was all like, bitch, like she was rightly to be angry. And then she's like,
but
now they're gonna stop talking because I'm with you. Wait, but you
go back. You were doing so well.
Why do you think it's her, Susanna?
We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Damn it, Susanna. I was snapping for you. I think it's finally time for me to crack it in. RT.
Not if you go on engaging in illegal behavior and keeping unsuitable company, such as Grace Ellison. Who? This bombshell was meant to test Susanna's skill at dealing with the unexpected. Her competence was prodigious.
Test her?
She passed the examination with aplomb. I've never understood what that word means.
Passed the examination?
Grace? But she's not company or unsuitable. She's my hairdresser, silly. She comes to me every morning to comb my hair.
She is also a free woman of color and does more than comb when she comes to visit you. You and Grace are teachers together. Your students slip into the garden cottage after dark, and some of them eventually make their way to Cincinnati, to Boston, farther north to Canada as contrabands.
So that's what he meant by illegal.
So they slip into the garden cottage after dark. Is that where they just had sex?
Yep.
I know something not many other in Charleston do. Grace Ellison has been imprisoned for breaking the fugitive slave law. Grace simply tried to help the man she loves to reach freedom and safety. That is not a crime. In her place, I would do the same. Ah, so you condone breaking the law in the name of love? Terry queried, impressed by her opinion and by her forth righteousness in proclaiming it. Terry was not a man.
No, he's not. He's a fucking pig. He had great respect for the feminine. No, you don't. For the feminine intellect, and he could find something appealing or congenial in almost any of them. But it was beginning to seem that Susanna might be singular in his experience in more ways than one. He's saying she's smart, she's pretty, she's outspoken, and she's a slut. She's a happy slut. She was too good to be true. No, she isn't. But she disarmed him, and he wasn't, not even after a glance at her then, revealed that her green eyes had gone hard as glass.
So glass cat eyes, when she literally took his sword out.
Oh yes,
literally
disarmed him. Alright, that's it. That's the end of the chapter.
That's the end of the chapter?
That was a mercifully short chapter. So, main points.
They got done having sex. He's like, Wait, where did the marriage proposal even go? Wait, was that ever...
It got thrown by the wayside. No one at the party even remotely looked up and like tried to yell at them for having been gone for hours.
Wait. So basically, what this chapter literally did was she got dressed, they went outside to like talk business, it's now nighttime, and they just bicker a bunch. He tests her, he's just like criticizing her at the end, and she's like, she keeps going like hot and cold on him.
Yeah.
Constantly.
She keeps on doing her own arguments.
Predictions for the rest of the book. I want this book to surprise me in a way that I'm not expecting.
I feel like this Grace character is gonna show up and immediately get like arrested. Maybe Terry will tell on her or something, and Susanna's gonna have to be like stone faced, like she's not gonna be able to give anything away. Like that'll be another test.
I feel like she's gonna get taken away and she's gonna automatically blame Terry, and he actually won't have done it. Might be like somebody else who
that
did
could
it.
be it too. Also, we need Napoleon Baker to show up because he's still not here yet. That is it for this chapter of Love and Glory. And happily so. I hate this book so much.
I hate this book too. But if you want to see us in a much happier light and actually having fun, you can check out a video that is going to be featured on her channel where we went to Comic-Con and PotterCon this last weekend.
But if for some reason you like this video, you can leave us a comment down below and tell us what you thought. Give us a thumbs up, share it around, and subscribe for more of our videos.
And if you want to see the other videos where we read these chapters, there'll be a link to the playlist in the description down below.
Yep. But until next time, I have been Miranda the Fangirl.
I've been Chelsea the Cinnamon Roll.
Stay chill, y'all.
We're done.
We're done.